Bull or bear? I'm rolling my 5-ounce America the Beautiful Florida commemorative. Man, that's loud. Sorry about that. She comes up a bear, and of course that's kind of what we got today. Good evening from beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. And I got another cool video for you tonight. Been away for the last week or so. Went up to Cocoa Beach, if you're wondering where I was. And if you weren't wondering where I am, I'm telling you anyway. So was up in Cocoa Beach visiting some friends. I used to run a surf contest out in Ventura, California for like 10 plus years, a stand-up paddle contest and a wave ski contest. I'll explain that some other time. But they flew into Cocoa Beach, and I went up to visit them, hopefully to get some surf and have some fun. But man, it was brutal. We here in Florida had probably, what was it? It was 101 degrees on my thermostat driving up there, and it was every bit of that on the beach, even more, so to speak. I felt it was felt like it was 115. In fact, I had to walk a short stretch of beach, and if anyone remembers the movie Lawrence of Arabia, when he comes off the desert and his lips are white and the guy looks like death, that's the way I felt with a couple 100-yard walk with a wave ski under my arm. Well, anyways, folks, let's move along to tonight's video. And of course, you see I kind of put my ending up here because I got a different ending for you tonight than what I normally have. And put my ending at the beginning, just to kind of let you know who I am. And if you're looking to buy any amount of gold, silver, and platinum, give us a call. But you know what? It's not about advertising tonight. I think this is kind of a fun night just to get through some stuff. You know who I am. You know what I can do for you. Or if you live in South Florida, and if you don't, you still know what I can do for you. I can help you by learning more about this stuff. And tonight's quote is, "Show me a man that gets rich by being a politician, and I'll show you a crook." That's Harry S. Truman. Love the guy or hate him guy. It's a great quote. And speaking of crooks, let's talk about what we got going on in the gold, silver, and platinum market. Same old same different day. And that's what we got going on. But Ted Butler says it here very well in his most recent newsletter. "I should stop here for a moment to point out that once again the crooked and collusive COMEX commercials demonstrated their manipulative control over silver prices, having pulled off the seemingly impossible again, namely always," and this is something, if you look at my Twitter account, I talk about this all. It's actually pinned to the top of my account, my 5 questions, but over silver price, having pulled off seemingly impossible again, namely these, always being able to buy in size on sharply lower prices, never on sharply rising prices, and that's just, well, anyways. This is at the heart of the 40-year silver manipulation, and one of the many things that regulators won't address, something I've talked about a lot. And again, if you look for on my Twitter account, it's something that I kind of constantly throw up in the CFTC's Twitter accounts. When I can. I'm always replying on their account of how crooked the marketplace is and why aren't they doing anything about this. So, anyways, I was just waving to someone walking by. Actually, someone I know real well on my window here. I'm in my store actually doing my video. But all right, let me finish this. It's easy for you. See, my ADD is kicking in. Think about it. How the heck do these commercial crooks always succeed in massive buying on sharply lower prices? If not by colluding amongst themselves and hoodwinking the hapless managed money technical funds, it's one of the key questions the regulators refuse to address. And Mr. Butler's article here is kind of proprietary to having a subscription, but that's really not proprietary. It's something he's talked about for decades, as how manipulative they are and how they constantly manage to be on the right side of the trade all the time. And that, and there is evidence of collusive behavior in these trades. It's pretty evident in the COT reports and other things. Mr. Butler knows that market as well as anyone. But I'm not going to beat a dead horse by telling you how crooked these markets are. What I am going to tell you is that it's cheap, man. And as I always said, it's like getting the Silverman is so on the cheap. And the problem is at some point this collusive manipulative behavior is going to blow up in their face. Now, I admit, I thought it was going to happen a lot longer than it, I thought it was going to happen long ago, but I've learned never to, and I've said it in my videos constantly for the last 3 years, but prior to me even doing videos, I expected this manipulation to end somehow, some way, but I didn't expect it to really blow up in a huge way. but it sure looks like they're pushing it that way, because the only way this can end is all this worthless paper just blows up in their faces. I mean, Ted Butler talks about the shortage of 1,000-ounce bars out there and how they're becoming more costly, and all the silver that is being delivered in the Chinese markets and the other markets out there, and even in COMEX deliveries. SLV is actually when people say that there's a large amount of SLV that's being sold, that is not necessarily the case. When there's large amounts of SLV being sold, don't forget that the big whales can, you and I and most people, unless you're dealing in large, volumes and millions and millions and millions of dollars of silver, cannot request them to give us silver instead of just paying us off for that silver. But if you're a large whale and you're part of SLV, you can request silver for them to pay you in silver, and that is true. You can look it up in the whole whatever rules they have, but that's a fact. But these reductions that you're seeing in SLV, and Mr. Butler puts it up, and I'm making it real simple for myself and most people to understand, is the reductions you're seeing in SLV when they say like so much SLV has been sold may not necessarily and probably does not reflect true capitulation by silver investors. That is very likely large investors asking, instead of to be cashed out of SLV, to ask for that silver in return, and they can. Now, I'm not quite sure what's involved with the costs and dynamics behind that, but it would be certainly a viable way for a large entity to get physical silver. And again, don't confuse SLV going down and less people invested in it, or a large sale of SLV with that being people capitulating. It very well and most likely is people asking for delivery, and that doesn't, there's nothing. And once they're asking for delivery, that's out of the paper derivative market's hands and the SLV's hands. Anyway, what are we looking at markets now? Looks like they want to test that $1,900 level, and we may. Could we see sub 1,900? Never underestimate these crooks. And but is it going to be down into the low 1,800s? I just can't see it. I think they would have done it a little while ago, longer ago, but haven't seen it happen yet. I mean, what is gold down? 5% from its near, maybe 7% from its all-time high. Silver way off from its all-time high in 2012 and 1980, but don't be discouraged about that. Again, silver is such a con market when it comes to the derivatives paper part of it. Anybody that's invested in silver is going to be rewarded at some point. I can't tell you when. I can tell you we will be rewarded with it, in my opinion, at some point, when we're all going to have that wake up and go, oh crap moment. That's exact, but silver currently at 22.62, I think our near-term high this year or something like that's been close to 25, one time, two times, couple times, I forget. It's been bouncing around so much, but we're like 10% off from our highs of this year, I believe, or somewhere thereabouts. It's not that bad, folks. And lo and behold, I may say that it may drop to 20 tomorrow, but I doubt it. I'm just not feeling it. I just think that, and if they are, well, I'm not saying if they are. The way they're currently cutting this market up right now in gold and silver is they're doing it in little slices. I mean, here you go. Every morning, there's your 24-hour spot bid, overnight or early morning trading. A bunch of bastards cut it down, slice it down, and look, you're down just a little bit lower than where you were. Ted Butler calls it salami slices. I think that's probably a great thing to call it. I call it cuts by 1,000 death. I mean, death by 1,000 cuts. That's kind of what I call it, because that's what you get. That's how they hack it down over a period of time. Is this spoofing? Is this some kind of nonsense? I believe it is. I don't believe this is genuine. I don't believe this is organic right here. I believe they're just able to spoof it down and do this without much effect. In fact, the net effect is to drive it down so they can con the long money, managed money longs out of their money again. Cost them a little bit to do this right here, probably these things right here, but crooked as the day is long, in my opinion, that market. All right, well, let's get into what the best deals are. And, oh my gosh, there we go. There's my sheet. Thought I had it. take advantage of a good price of silver. Take advantage of a good price of gold. I really believe that. Even frickin' gold eagles are somewhat in a reasonable price range. At I think we have them for spot plus 123 in small quantities. I've got maple leafs at spot plus 90, Krugerrands at spot plus 85, bars are spot plus 80. But you know, when Krugerrands and maple leafs are like spot plus 85 and plus 90, hey, I'll buy the Krugerrands and maple leafs. I like them just as much as the bars. When the price point was, you know, much further, 20 and 30 bucks, I would have said buy bars. But right now, I think the best deal in this order, well, cheapest is going to be bars, but for the couple bucks more that you're going to pay, again, Krugerrands at 85 bucks over, 4 light leaf maples at like plus 90 bucks over, 1 ounce gold eagles at plus 123 over. I think, you know, those are all reasonable premiums. Of course, I'm always going to tell you to go for the cheaper, like the gold Krugerrands. Now, if you're buying smaller increments and smaller pieces, you know, the premiums are still relatively high. They come down a little bit on 10th ounce and quarter ounce and half ounce eagles, but not by much. I still wouldn't recommend them. As far as small fractional pieces, you know, there's some good deals out there. 1 ducats are not that bad. I like the price of 1 ducats where you can find them. We may have a few here. I can sell them at like melt plus give me 1 second here, do a little math in my head. Melt plus 20 or $22 or something like that. And then Swiss 20 francs, maybe there's some good deals in there. But still, the fractional pieces and the 1s, 10ths, and quarters with the sovereign products, still a little pricey. As far as silver goes, again, wow, you know, silver getting whacked again. But again, folks, it's not as bad as I thought it would be this quickly. Again, knock on my wooden head. You know, never underestimate these guys. Probably by the time I wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be 0. No, that's the beautiful thing about gold and silver. You never have to worry about that. You know, anything you own in your life, as far as companies and stocks, bonds, pensions, that can go to 0. Your bank account go to 0, but gold and silver will never go to 0. All right, I digress again. My ADD is kicking in. The best deal out there, folks, I got to tell you, constitutional silver is getting reasonable. You shouldn't be paying any more than like spot plus, I'm going to say $375, $350, and you can get it even cheaper than that. I've got a good deal on 90 if you want it, by the way. Getting more reasonable. The best deals out there are still going to be 100-ounce bars, kilo bars, and those things at like kilo bars probably around 275 over, 10-ounce bars around 290, the same as 1s, and 100-ounce bars at 235 over. In larger quantities, you know, I can definitely do a better price as well. Let me do my quick advertising here. If you're looking to buy gold, silver, and platinum, and you live anywhere in the state of Florida, come and see us at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. If you're buying anywhere from $1 worth to millions of dollars worth of gold and silver, platinum, we can help you, and we'll beat all the locals down here. We'll also beat the online guys like Atmex, SDJ, and Bullion, who are the big 800-pound gorillas, respectable gorillas. But that's who you want to beat, the respectable gorillas. All right, so I got my advertising out of the way. Let's get back into this. Where were we? Crooks, more crooks and best deals. All right. As far as other products in silver, you know, Silver Eagles, again, becoming more reasonable, but, you know, don't be paying more than spot plus, $550, you know, maximum, and that's still too much. You know, again, I got a good deal on some Silver Eagles, you know, not many of them right now. I don't try to sell those to my customers because I think they're a little too high priced. So I usually wholesale my Silver Eagles out. But if you want to buy some Silver Eagles, I can get them to you close to wholesale. But I don't have many left. Again, you got to live here. I can't ship them out. And what else? Well, there's a sundry amount, how do you like that word? There are products out there that are good deals right now in silver, folks. So if you're looking for good deals, and again, you live in South Florida, come and visit me at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. Open 10 to 4, Mondays through Friday. There's our phone. If you don't live in South Florida and you can't find yourself a good local dealer, which number one, I recommend. There's no substitute for a good local dealer, but some of you may not have that ability. And if you don't, give me a call. I'll see what I can do for you. Boy, I've changed my business that, I can't, I don't have a way to ship or anything like, not ship. I don't have a way to do an online, like, push a button and you can order from us and put your card in. If you got to put your card in too, I don't like that way of doing business, but We are not a standard online business, so we can only do kind of larger deals, folks. But if you don't have a good local dealer and you can't visit us in a store, maybe we can help you on larger deals. Best deals. Let me get into. We're over best deals right now. Let's just kind of make this video short and short for me, and answer some questions from last week, which was, in my opinion, buy, hold, don't sell. And I think that's good, a good opinion on my part. And at least it's my opinion. I've been doing this for a long time. Let me see if I can answer a few questions. Say hello to some of you folks. Hello to Central East Texas. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I'm buying and hold since 2002. In fact, last time I've been constitutional. You know what? You're not going to go broke holding. You're never going to go broke holding on to gold and silver. You're always going to secure your wealth in some form or another. And like I said, I really believe that when all this decades and decades of manipulation comes to an apex and explodes, you know, when it just overloads and explodes, we're all going to have our oh crap moment. I really believe that. Again, my opinion. And I've been right a lot of times. Hi from the leftist swamped up NJ. Yeah, I know, man. Thank God Florida's kind of been pretty cool like that. The only problem with Florida becoming really not so leftist state and not so blue state is it's just getting crowded down here, man. Lots of patriots moving to Florida out of the blue states, but getting too crowded for me, man. We just don't have the space down here. I shouldn't complain. Joe McDonald, what's going on? Cool. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a cool place. Spent a lot of summers up there. If you go to Cocoa Beach, say hi to Tony Nelson. Man, you probably got me somehow, Tony Nelson. Thanks, man. Thanks for watching. Why do you think Church Lack of all names are good evidence for recently? Yeah, I heard about that recently because of uranium. Silver hits a cyclical bottom, maintains an all-time high. Yeah, Berkshire Hathaway. I mean, you know, that dude, I guess his company still made money the old-fashioned way by getting into things that retain earnings, or at least retain their wealth. And look at gold. Gold is basically maintained at almost its all-time high. You know, you can't but silver, no, it's twice yet, still to meet its all-time high. Absolutely true, but it will, and when it does, like I said, nefarious enough, you'll have your old crap morning. Oh crap, look at the price of silver. And I don't think it'll stop there that day. Drop, good for you, man. Good. I hope you got some good deals on there. Your best deal is on fishing supply. As long as you catch fish you can eat, I think that's great. Yeah, monkey hammers. No, don't invest in them. They're terrible. Man, beautiful evening out. It's tasty fish. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I didn't catch anything. It was so damn hot. I didn't even go fishing, man. It was miserable hot, like on the sun hot. If it wasn't for meeting my friends up there, I'm telling you, they made the whole trip. It was terrible, man. It's true. Yep, I think you're right about that, Celtic Knot. Silver Liner, what's up, dude? Yeah, inflation is going to pick up, and I think that it has really. They just not really. It's not registering on their bullshit statistics or whatever data they use. 10 and silver. Yeah, Silver Eagles got cheap, man. $28.70. They have gotten a lot cheaper. And give me 1 second. Do not. Precious metals there may be different in your state. Don't pay sales tax on precious metals if you can avoid it. I agree 100%. Sales tax is just a waste of time. Now in Florida, it's below $500, and if you're buying under $500 in Florida of non-U.S. products, it is taxable. But in Florida, all U.S. products, Silver Eagles, 90% silver, U.S. silver commemoratives, all U.S. silver coins, U.S. sovereign products are exempt from sales tax from $0 and up. Thanks for watching, Casey. You have a nice day. Appreciate everyone watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button here. And hey, make sure you also catch me at Twitter out here. And before you leave, I got a cool video at the end for you all as well. I hope you've seen it. And I found it very interesting. And if you find me knocked off this forum because of the video I'm going to play next, the one after this, you can find me out here. Hopefully they won't bag me for it. I just love this video that I'm playing you at the end here. I thought it was really cool. You know, as I always say, think for yourself, question authority, And also listen to the lyrics. It's really not about the music itself. Always listen to the lyrics in life. And I'm going to really pretty much end it at this. If you don't see this video pop up again, you know why. But great kudos to this fella right here, Oliver Anthony, on this song. Again, pay attention to the lyrics more than the music itself, but I happen to like it all. And have yourself a great evening, folks.
Working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Whoa.
You know, a lot of people think that in order to conceal
we
carry,
got bagged.
you're going to need a tactical belt and a set of jeans. Well,
I should pay for the upgrade on YouTube. This is kind of somewhat
carry
embarrassing.
in a
There you
bathing
go, man. You know where I'm going with it, though.
Pay so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul.
Thank you, Radio WV, for posting that video.
Rich man north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, know the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord,
Wow.
we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, north the rich men. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Great song, folks. Hope you find it on yourself and share that with other people. Have yourself a great evening. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.